right, everyone, welcome to the Bougie Sports Superman special. How exciting. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers. Our mom made us frozen champagne, everyone out there. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, you need a slushy machine to make these because they are good.
Absolutely. We were just talking about the alcoholics who would become.
Oh, good gravy. It would be so ugly.
It is pretty delicious.
So good.
Well, as you can tell, we're all here together for a special occasion. This month, Superman was just released, and what is even better is that our own Lana was in the movie. How awesome, how cool. So we're going to talk a little bit about that experience and what we thought about Superman. So tell me a little bit, because you couldn't tell us anything.
No,
remember,
I couldn't.
You were on a gag order.
I could not tell anyone anything. You know, when you, I'll just kind of start from the top. I have been connected with Angela Bame's agency for years, and she's one of the big casting agents in the Cleveland area. Any projects that really come through Cleveland, she does, the casting for. So I've been signed up with her. She's had my headshots, everything for years. And I've submitted on a lot of things, and nothing ever, really happened too much here or there. Anyway, Superman comes to town, and I'm like, all right, I'll submit for it, whatever. And actually, I had forgotten a lot about it. And she would shoot a couple days at me, and I'm like, oh, I can't do that, do that, do that. She calls me on July 3rd of all days, and she was like, I know tomorrow's a holiday. She was, but I really need you tomorrow. And I'm like, I will cancel everything I have to go to be there. And she's like, well, I'm going to need you to be downtown by 6 a.m. I'm like, huh? And she goes, and I have no idea how long you're going to be there. Okay. Oh, my God. You just go with, your hair kind of, dry and done, and, put your base makeup on, as a lady, and then just be prepared to be there as long as we need you to be there, So, got up there early. As soon as you get there, you go to this first tent. And guys, so funny. Where everything is set up is the Muni lot. And I was like, yes, I know exactly where I'm going. My other home, right?
It was meant for you to get the part.
Exactly. So I pull in and go to the first tent. The first tent that you go into, as soon as you walk in, no joke, they take your phone and they put tape over the camera. And they're like, if we see you at all taking any photos, any video, you are immediately thrown off the set and out. Okay, not paid, nothing, right? Because obviously you're paid. And then you go over and you sign the NDA that you won't talk. And then they have all this food, hot breakfast, cold food, snacks, every drink you can think of, non-alcoholic, everything, coffee. I mean, you just graze. So you do your stuff. They send you over to wardrobe. Wardrobe is an experience, you guys, because there's clothes as far as you can see, ladies on one side, men on the other. And this little lady just comes up to me. She's like, okay, try this, and you're just bra and panties in front of everybody. I mean, you just have to do that. That's what you do. And I'm like, okay, So, even down to your shoes. I mean, they put you in everything, head to toe. Finally found my very hideous outfit, and then they sent me over to hair and makeup. They do, I had a hat on, as I'm sure you all saw. So it was just really just fixing the bottom, fixing my makeup. They put a lot of sunblock on you, and I'm not a huge sunblock person, but they're like, whoosh, And then you get onto a very lovely party bus, and they take you to the set.
Tell me more of this party bus.
You get, those very nice VIP party buses when you go out for a wedding or whatever? One of those things. So you get to the set, and when you get to the set, you guys, there is a lot of producers when you have the mass scenes like that where you have a lot of people. And so they set us up to where they were they gave phones to a few of us and then some without. And you shoot the scene from so many different angles because they don't know what they're going to use, what angle is best, right? So the first one we did, which is different from what you all saw, was we were all facing this way, and Superman was walking at us. All of a sudden, here comes David Cornsweet, and I'm like, ha, ha, I'm like, oh my gosh. You're tall, you're dark, you're
How tall is
quite
he?
handsome. He's 6'2".
Oh,
Yes.
well.
So, right? So we shot that a lot from the angle, and that was not working. Because what was happening was, like, when he was coming at me like this, so was the crew of people and cameramen and everything, and we were all being trampled on each other. And they figured out quickly, this scene is not working this way. So we had to keep changing it. And I'm telling you, you guys, you see that scene in the movie. You see me for the 4 seconds, right? Mm-hmm. That was, like I said, I think it was about 4 hours we shot that scene.
Wow.
4 hours. So at one point, the one point where I was really close to him was, they shot it from the camera in front of him. And kind of like how you do see it, where you see him coming at that screen, you know, I'm behind him, and the guy's throwing the can. So at that part, when the camera goes in front and they put me behind him, think about this, you guys. He's 6'2", I'm 4'11". So they did that too because they wanted me coming behind him because of the height difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He looked so much bigger.
Yeah.
So it's
by
more
that
like
difference.
a perspective for effect.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But it's funny because you do the takes over and over and over. So there's a lot of time in between takes. So he's in front of us. And what's funny too was I remember thinking to myself, God, I wish I could use my camera right now. Because every single take, that S on his cape was right at my face. And I was like, oh my God, this is like, I don't know how this movie's going to end up. But I'm looking at the S on Superman's cape.
Yeah.
For hours, yes.
You said he smelled good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in between the takes, he was like,
He was
every
standing right there.
every few times he would turn around and be like, thank you guys, you're awesome, you're doing so good. And he'd be like,
He's really nice.
oh my gosh, he's like, I feel like you really hate me. Because that was the premise of the scene, was that we were all mad at him, right? The public was mad at him for
Yeah.
what they saw on that video. And so for him
Lana,
to
how
be
much
that
did
way.
they tell you about the plot when you did that scene? Did they let you know like anything except for at this point you're angry with him?
All they said was, a video has just played over here, and you all have seen it, and you're really mad at Superman. That's all I knew. I didn't know why I was mad at him. I just knew that I had to be mad at him. And so I was supposed to have the phone up like this, and I was supposed to be like this. So, but I have a hat on, so you can't really see, like I'm scrunching my face up like that. But I'm like, ooh. And I really was, just a tidbit, it was their phone, but we really had to record it. Because also, too, you think about it, cameras come from behind, you want to see that we're recording it, right? Plus, they even said, we might use some of your footage that you were recording. I'm like, oh, well, that's cool.
Oh my God, I would.
But
What type of phone was it? Android or an iPhone?
it was an iPhone. Sorry, Android people. We do not use that in DC. So DC does not use Android. But he was, so he would turn around and thank us, and he was so nice. But at one point, we had a really good lull in the action. And I was like, I really want to touch that costume. And he started laughing, and he's like, yeah, he goes, you can touch it. I'm like, okay. So I was like, and it's really thick, you know, it's like really thick rubber. And I said to him, like, and this is 4th of July, you guys, like we're all hot.
was hot as
It was
hell.
hot. We were in blazing sun. And I go, you have got to be so hot. And he was like, he goes right here, you know where the big S is? He goes, ice vest. I go, you're kidding me.
He has an ice vest.
What?
Yes, I go, you have an ice vest on? And we're all dying over here? And he was laughing, you know, and I go, holy crap. I go, that would be nice for people who like to run.
So you had a chance to actually talk to
Oh
him
yeah,
about
we
it.
were jabbing away. And like I
Tell
said, it was
us
so
more.
hot. So this is my theory too on him. And as he correlates to Superman, the character, he is so friendly and so kind.
Really?
And I feel like in order to play a good role like that,
You have to have that quality.
it was easy for him to become
He
that
embodied
Superman.
Superman easily.
Yes, because that's who he is at the core as a human, is what I believe, and from what I saw out of him. He could very easily, in those scenes, walked away from us. He didn't have to stand there. He didn't have to talk to us. He could have went off and got water or went to the
A lot
umbrella
of times
ladies, you know what I mean? Because
actors
umbrella.
run away to their trailers. And
Yes. Never
Don't
once.
make eye contact with me.
Right.
Right, so don't touch him.
Don't talk to
them.
the big talent.
Yes.
You know
Right.
what I mean? like for him to want to talk to us and compliment us, to me, tells me who David Cornsweet is as a human. And like
And
I
you
said,
love it.
yes, I mean, and that just transcended into his character of Superman, I think.
Yeah.
So
How fun.
so then we finally, you guys, so again, we were on the set by 7:30 or 8. We were put in for lunch at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So by then we're all like dehydrated, we're hungry, we've been in the sun, but through that, oh, this is so cool. These little ladies walk through in between and they spray you with sunblock and they fluff your hair. I'm like, I need you in my life all the time. I told the one lady, I'm like, I need you to just come home with me. Anyway, so they do that throughout. But anyway, so we went in for lunch, and then at the end of lunch, we were broken into like groups, kind of like ABC. So we went for lunch, and one of the producers comes in and he said, Group C, you guys, there's 20 of us. He goes, I need all of you to come with me. And we're like, okay. Like the rest of the extras were all just supposed to stay in there. We're like, all right. So we walk out there, and he's walking us out into the grassy area of Public Square. We have no idea why. So we walk out there, and guys, there is James Gunn himself.
Wow.
Right? The director. So when we did that other scene, we never saw James Gunn. That was completely called by the producers,
So the
not by
director
James
is
Gunn.
Not always there.
No, he
So
was
the
not always
producers
there.
call some of the scenes?
Yeah, so what they
Okay,
did was
that's cool to know.
they recorded it, and then they would go away. And so I'm assuming James Gunn probably saw it, and then they came back and they changed different angles and
So
different
he
things.
said what he liked, what he didn't like, and then
Right.
Oh,
Right.
wow. So producers have a lot of input
Running
under the director.
around. Yeah, they do a lot of running. And so when a producer calls what's happening, it's like, okay, you guys are going to do this and you're going to do that. So you really have a moment to kind of prepare how you're going to do the scene, right? But when we got to where James Gunn was there, we all had a moment where like, oh my God, James Gunn
That's
is
like
going
the
to
boss
direct
of-
us.
yeah.
Yes. Like, I can't believe this. And there's only 20 of us.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right, I want you all. And he just starts calling it. And he's like, Superman and the monster are fighting. So do you remember the scene first in the movie where that big monster that looks like he's like
Running
crater
around
like,
in the city like a Godzilla.
yes,
type of
and
thing?
then they end up in the air.
Yeah.
Remember? Okay, so we're down on the ground, and he's like, all right, so something really gross happened over there, and we're supposed to be like, ow, And then, all right, now over here, something bad is happening to Superman. And so then he's like, now Superman did something good. So he's like, he's just calling it. So you have to react at that second. He doesn't give you a second to
He
think.
tells you the emotions that you need to convey
Yeah,
immediately.
he's like scared, cheer, and you're like, and then he was like, run, and we're like, so like you just run. It is a totally different experience having James Gunn call what you're doing than the producer. But
Yeah.
I am like, wanting to be an actress my whole life, to have one of the top directors in the world direct me
Yeah.
in any aspect was huge. Now, that scene did make it, but you can't see me. The girl that was 2 people down from me, you can see her, she's cheering. Because I remember that moment
Is it
because
you're too short.
well, actually, I turned away. So what happened was he was like, okay, everybody cheer. So these 2 people that were by me, we kind of like turned, we were high-fiving each other. And the cameras went over here where these people were jumping up and down facing it. So that's what they captured for the movie. And it's a really quick scene. Matter of fact, I watched it and I had to slow it down in my phone because I was like, I don't think I see me there, but that's my scene. And then after that, we went in. I've never told this story. We went back over to where we were with the other scene. And what was happening there was, do you remember when Superman, okay, everybody's mad at him. He's walking into that building and the crowd's running at him?
Yeah.
Okay, that scene. So I'm in the crowd of that. We're running at him. So we're continually chasing him into this building. We did that for a couple of hours, chasing him into there, But anyway, so when you are on the set and they say reset, that means like we're talking you don't move, right? You don't make a sound. That's the key word of silence. And then it goes to action and then you go. So at reset, it's so weird because you've got like 200 plus people, you've got crew, you've got everybody there, and you won't believe how quiet it is because you know that's business, right? So it's dead silent, and we're on public squares right there, and it's a building there. I can't remember the name of the building, and then there's a street which is closed. So the street's closed, and all of a sudden you hear this yelling down the street, and I'm like, that's not normal because we had run through it. And so this guy that was kind of standing by me like, whoa, 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 something's happening down here. And as soon as he said it, these two guys come running onto the set, okay? And they were screaming not nice things to everybody. I'm not going to repeat what they said. But they were like, I'm going to show you all what fucking time it is. And I was like, and I went running into,
like
you guys.
protesters, or-
No, and I thought somebody had a gun. I went running into that building because I knew.
Steelers fans?
No! I found out later they were Steelers fans, everybody. So I went running into that building because I knew the door was open because Superman kept walking in there. I was the only one that moved. Nobody moved on that whole set because I was like, they've got a gun.
Yeah.
That was my initial gut reaction was they had a gun. But I was kind of laughing because like they're Superman, like literally. And I was like, hello, Superman. There's bad people here, you know. And so like David Cornswell was just standing there. I'm like, oh my gosh, help us out. So anyway, the police came very quickly and they got them off. And so we finished that scene and then we went back into Tower City was our holding area where they had like food and drinks and we just kind of hung out between scenes. So we went in there and we were chilling. And then the Cleveland police came in.
Wow.
And the Cleveland police were like, you guys can't even go to the bathroom because it's unsafe for you right now. And I'm like, what is going on? So I still, you know, whatever, I didn't know. When we were going in and out of Tower City on little breaks, there was like caution tape up, and there were a lot of families standing there, which I thought was cool because like little kids wanted to maybe see Superman, whatever, even though he didn't come in our way. I just thought that was kind of cool. So I'm like, why would something be unsafe? Anyways, eventually when we went to leave, they took us out a different way, and those VIP buses were in the back and at the front where we unloaded because they came in and they said, it's not safe for you anymore. So later on that night, you guys, I found out the next morning, someone was stabbed outside of Tower City that night.
Oh my God.
I don't know what was going on downtown that day, but it was, so it's not all like fluff and rainbows is what I need to say. And so I got home and I laid down and I was like, maybe I
That
don't.
was one day.
Maybe I don't know if I want to be an actress. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one day with,
Because occasionally you have like those people that just go unhinged on set.
right?
That was weird.
Isn't that scary?
So they were just random people that were running through the set unhinged.
Yep. And it's funny, not funny, but not funny that people in that industry, like, they didn't even flinch. It was like
they're used to it.
they got them off the set and they're like, okay, reset. And I'm like, wait a minute, can I have like a trauma response moment? But you got to get right back into it. I mean, you just got to get right back into
You
it.
got to be very resilient.
Right.
Well, that's a lot of action for one day.
It was 13
That
hours
was
of,
one day.
those 13 hours
Wow.
of,
Wow.
So did you have to like sign an NDA or anything?
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I remember, I don't think we even knew.
Yeah.
Did we know until after?
I remember you posting something last year about sitting around on the 4th of July because I was at my friend's party in her backyard and I was like, Lana's at the movie set. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I literally just posted you guys, like, remember I posted a picture of me driving downtown?
Yeah.
And then when I was pulling into the Muni of the tents, so those tents are where hair and wardrobe is and where you, like, sign your paperwork. And, yeah, so that was...
Sounds so much fun. So tell me a little bit about the activities that went on when the premiere happened, which was July
11th.
July 11th.
So July 10th, the Angela Bames agency had a premiere party in West Park. So she invited all the extras, and we got these great shirts, you know. So she hosted all of us for some food and some drinks. And now she had actually, It was a really long party, and I went early because we could have went together to see the movie as a group on Thursday night and then come back for more drinks and food or whatever. But I was like, I thought about it. Initially, I was like, I want to do that, right? And then I thought, I really want to have this moment with my people. So I was like, I'm going to wait till Friday. I'll go and hang out and see everybody, that were also involved in the movie on Thursday night. But so I just went and we hung out and we all got to talk and I got to meet other people that went through the same experience, or maybe they're on different days and shot different scenes. And I got to talk to Angela for a while, and she was so funny because she was like, she looked at me, and you guys will appreciate that. She goes, "Are you Puerto Rican?" And I go, "No, Angela." I go, "I'm Italian and Lebanese, And she was laughing, and she was like, "But you can play Puerto Rican." I go, "I can play anything you want me to, Angela." Yeah. So, and we were talking about that. So there's another project coming up that's going to film in Cleveland. Probably in the winter. So we talked about that. I said I submitted for it. I don't, whatever, depending on, yes. So we'll see what happens out of that. But that was really cool. And then Friday, I had two groups of people.
Oh, yeah.
So not everybody could come at 10 in the morning because people work, Yeah. So I had a 7:30 and a 10 o'clock. So you ladies were with my inaugural crew of the 10 a.m. movie. So,
yeah.
What did you think?
I loved it. I saw a lot of very bad reviews about Superman, and I'm not going to get political.
Oh gosh, yes.
Totally
didn't make sense.
One of the comments was that it was too woke and whatever the case.
I didn't
even get that at all. I never got that vibe.
What I loved
because he's an immigrant,
right? But what I loved about it was the whole broken message with the parents, and the whole thing was Superman questioning his purpose. And I love the root of the story.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't about politics. It wasn't about any of that. It was about Superman going, am I really here to help the people or to take over the people?
Like, what am I doing? Yeah.
And for a minute there, I was like, maybe it was AI and doctored. But then as the movie went on, it's like, so Lex Luthor actually deciphered this message. And now a lot of people are up in arms about portraying his parents in, what is it, Krypton as evil. And I thought it was kind of genius to kind of use that as a storyline to have Superman question himself. And then I love the scene with his father.
Oh.
And, where he told him what he was meant to be. It was very emotional.
I cried.
But at the same time, it was one of those moments where you're just like, okay, he's questioning his, what his purpose is and everything. And that was that moment where the man that raised him, even though that wasn't his true father, actually, told him, like, this is what you were meant to be. Just because that's what, like, the people that, that bore you said, that doesn't mean that that's what you're meant to be. And
right.
I don't know. I just liked it. I loved it.
Yeah, me too. Like, I was, not knowing that much about the plot or whatever. Like, I'll be honest, like, I'll probably have to watch it again to know exactly what happened because there's so much going on.
There's a lot going on.
But it's fun. You know what I mean? It's a fun story, and moments like what Lysandra was talking about, like those kind of real moments of dialogue. Those were like kind of the best moments of the movie, I think, and what really made the movie. We all loved Crypto the dog.
Oh, I love that dog. I'm obsessed with that dog.
I thought that was awesome. Let me ask you guys this. One criticism that I've seen about the movie, and I can understand this in a little bit, is that people said Superman was kind of like a little wussy. Like, at the beginning, he got his butt kicked a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And kind of at the end, like, he's always was almost getting his butt kicked. Like, seriously, they showed him a lot. Were the villains of the movie, which was like this, or like, I don't really know, they were really cool, weren't they? Like, like the bad guy that, I guess we'll have to put spoiler alert underneath this, right? We've said a lot of them.
There's a lot of spoiler alert here today, people.
But I don't want to go a big spoiler alert. But whatever. I really did. I kind of seen that. Some of the side characters, that one chemical guy, what was his name? He was really funny. With the, I don't want to say demon baby.
Oh,
baby.
yes, yeah. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That guy.
Yeah.
What was his? Why is his
He's
name
a
escape me?
chemical-
Johnny, Jimmy, John. It started with a J. But yeah, that was weird. I wasn't expecting that. But that made me emotional too.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes.
I
yes.
mean, my thing, obviously, I loved it, and I did see it twice. So I think a couple things for me. I kind of wanted to see a little more Clark Kent.
Yeah, there's hardly
I
any
think
Because
Clark Kent.
Yeah.
him as Clark Kent
That was
is
a
so
good-
minimal at the start.
And he was really good at.
He's very good at Clark Kent.
And Clark Kent's hot.
He's very hot. He's very hot.
I mean,
Good hair.
The hair and the glasses.
Yeah.
I was digging the nerd.
I was
Yes.
digging it. I was digging it. And the other thing now, I want you to everybody think about this for a second. We all know the relationship between Clark Kent and Lois Lane because it goes back to the beginning of time, right?
Yeah.
So we're all invested and we all know this. However, if you didn't, I wouldn't have felt it in this one. Does that make sense? Because when they
already
start,
put them together, and it wasn't something that it built up to. So
right,
it was almost like if you weren't a Superman fan
and you didn't know,
and you didn't know, you were like, "What the hell is this?
why should I be so
Why
invested in
should
these
she
two?
know who he is?"
Yeah.
But
Right.
you actually follow the comic and you're a fan of the DC universe, you know what the connection to the character is.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
So I felt like, because if you notice when they get into that kitchen scene, which is hot, by the way. So when they're in the kitchen and he was like, we're going on 3 months, okay. But then right after that, the movie just takes off.
Yeah.
And right after that scene, and you're like, okay, but if you weren't invested in those two, you wouldn't have
That's
felt
kind of
that.
like a 5-minute moment of the movie. But outside
Yeah.
of that, like the premise of the movie of him questioning his purpose.
So good.
I love that.
It's so good.
And then the fight in Progressive Field.
so,
Oh my
oh,
That was chills.
it
I
It
was.
was
loved
just
it.
chills
Oh
because
my
I just
God.
felt like
I
that's
love-
Cleveland. That's Cleveland.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
I
was
mean,
talking about
See,
the
there
whole
were
time.
The whole
Several.
movie.
Yeah.
There were several scenes where I was like, oh my God, like I remember this.
Let's talk about those scenes. We want to talk a little bit about the other actor in the movie, which is the city of Cleveland, right?
The co-star is the city. I'm
Yes.
telling you, it truly is.
Talk about one of your favorite scenes, like, and where it was at.
The arcade. It was
God.
very nostalgic for me. I got emotional because I remember going to the arcade as a little girl, and to see that moment,
Oh.
I was just like,
Another
to
hot
have
one.
this showcase to the world of how much of a historical landmark that the arcade is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just had chills just because of what I remember as a little girl, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what did it for me. How about you?
Okay, for me, I think we've already talked about it, was Jacob Spilled.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was just so cool because I feel like even if you watch the script, like the way they did it, they kind of tried to take off the Guardians. I don't know. I kind of
Yes.
felt like the Cleveland in the
Yes.
background. They were
Yep.
just doing like the generic version. I don't know. That's how I felt.
Mm-hmm. I liked obviously the arcade as well, but the Hope Memorial Bridge too.
Yes.
That was an iconic scene, and even like when I was saying they were fighting up there, and you could just see our skyline. You
Yeah.
could see all of our buildings, and remember that one scene at night where we're lit up at night, and you're like, oh my gosh, this just takes me into being at that Guardians game downtown. You're leaving, and this is what you're seeing. You just
love
see
it.
the whole city all lit up at night, and that is.
For Clevelanders, it's just a moment we could be proud of because it's
Very
a movie that's
much.
showcased worldwide, and it puts Cleveland on the map.
Yeah.
It
It's
does.
not just people talk shit about Cleveland. This is our moment to shine.
And you guys want to know something? James Gunn is going to do a sequel to that movie. And
here?
I would bet you $1 million he does it here, because how can you replicate Metropolis anywhere else?
Right.
You can't. You can't take our
Cleveland
architecture and
is
put
the
it somewhere else.
birthplace
Right.
of Superman.
It is.
Yeah.
So
How could you not?
you have to do it here. And that's another thing too, let me say about being on the set that was kind of funny is, I'm downtown, which I know so well, and I'm looking over and it's like this store called Metropolis, whatever. I'm like, that's not Metropolis, whatever. That's what, you know what I mean? like, it just was so kind of trippy to be downtown and everything's got a different name. And I'm like, this is so hilariously funny right now. But you guys, you know what else I want to talk about too with this? Let's talk about the other two kind of underlying heroes of this movie, Jimmy and the selfie girl, Evie. Were they not hilarious, you guys? She's the unsung hero of this movie.
Yes, of course I felt like a connection to her.
I did too. I was like,
And then her name
there's
is-
our
and
friend.
Her name is Evie.
I know, like Yvette.
That's so crazy. But yeah, I love the humor that the movie had.
Yes.
Those kind
I
of
love how they
characters.
connected it to his secret connection,
Yes.
who was the ditzy girlfriend of Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That was
And
Jimmy.
it was funny, like, Jimmy's like the mid dude, but he was all annoyed by the hot chick. Like, we could be together forever. He's like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we could be together forever.
And Lois is like, this girl wants you?
Yeah.
Remember that?
That was awesome.
Yeah, and I loved how Superman was like so annoyed with Crypto was really your typical dog,
Crypto's
you know?
my dog.
And yes, and I loved how he was like, "What the hey, dude?" And he was like, crushing this dog, and but then that moment where he was worried about him, and he's like, he's scared. He's not a very good one, but he's scared and he's alone, and I have to find him. And I'm like,
For me,
we
the
all
moment-
feel that, you know?
For me, the moment was the fight scene where he told Crypto to get the toy.
Yes, get the toys.
And for me, that's me with my dog all
Yes.
the time. I'm like, go get your shark, or go get. She has a llama named Jose. I'm like, go get Jose, and she'll run and go get the toy. So
Yep.
it was funny.
Yeah. And he
That
wasn't
was
overdone,
awesome.
or they didn't make it cheesy or anything. I don't think
No.
they overdid Crypto or anything. It was really funny.
I could have used more Crypto, if I'm honest.
Yes,
I
exactly.
really do like that dog. And yeah, that was the only thing for me. I could have used a little more Clark Kent, a little more of Lois and Clark brewing up that relationship. And not really necessarily for me, but for maybe people, like I said, that just didn't watch the original Superman with, Christopher
there
Reeve
was
and
not enough explanation of the history.
right.
And the other thing was just a blurb of Supergirl.
Yeah, that's our teaser. That's our teaser.
What's up with that?
That's our teaser.
Yeah, and for a hot second, I thought that was Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh,
I
did
was
you?
like, I thought that was just me.
No, I thought that was going to be like the big take of
I
the
was
movie,
like,
that
she would
Sydney
be a hot
Sweeney is going to be
Supergirl.
Supergirl coming up.
Ew.
But
Nope.
whoever did do that, do you think she's going to be, whoever had that 10 seconds at the end, do you think she'll be the person that gets casted for the Supergirl?
Yeah,
I
I think she
don't
is.
know. I'm like back and forth about that.
Who
Because
was
if they
it? Was
give
she
you
an
10
unknown?
Tara, what is her name?
I don't remember her
I
name.
can't remember, but she's not.
For me, if they're giving you 10 seconds of time, that's more of like we're still in contract negotiations.
But that's also a big 10 seconds.
Yes, it is.
That's
Yeah.
a big 10 seconds.
I
like,
mean, you had 4 seconds. She
Yeah.
had 10.
Listen,
Exactly.
I was right up there with Supergirl.
well,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But that relationship was funny too.
Yeah.
Like, thanks for
She was
watching
like
my
the
dog,
drunk
cuz.
person.
Yeah. And the robots too that were like,
They
were like, if I had any emotion, I'd worry about her drinking
He
or
was like-
partying.
no, the part that had me laugh, he was like, well, your name is number 4. He's like, but Gary is a name too.
And he's like, all right, Gary.
Was it Gary or Gerald?
Dude, but you guys, the end of that movie where he's laying there and they're showing the video of him
That
and his
was
parents.
emotional.
Stop it. I was like,
fine.
I was crying. I could cry right now thinking about it.
I know the whole ride home.
I don't get normally emotional about movies just because I used to be a projectionist.
Oh, that's
So
true.
I'm like, it's just film. And now as I've gotten older, I'm like, oh, that's so sad.
I know, right?
Okay, damn, I got sun in my eyes.
You just want to watch something that makes you feel something, and that movie made us feel something, made us feel good.
It
and
did.
It's an
That's
I think it was a mixture of our pride in our city.
Yes.
Because it
Yeah.
was filmed in Cleveland. And maybe
Yep.
we
Yeah.
are a little biased. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I think it was a good story about Superman questioning his purpose to the people. And on top of it, for people who are from Cleveland or live in Cleveland, it's like that's like the cherry on top. Like they filmed it here in our city.
Yeah,
I love it.
We should be proud.
we should be proud. And
Very.
you know what?
I am proud.
I am so excited for Superman 2. I hope it comes back.
Yeah.
to
Yes.
Cleveland. And if it does, you know that we'll be right back here because we're definitely going to have Lana in that movie. She probably
I mean,
take over the Lois Lane
duh.
part. I mean, I'm sure. They're sure
you'd
they're
be a
kind
hot Lois.
We already know
I
they
can
casted
do it.
all my ex-boyfriends for Lex Luthor.
Dude, Yvette said that during the movie, you guys. I almost died. She goes, "Oh, my boyfriends look like Lex Luthor," and I'm like, "Oh, they do."
Yes. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
That was such a fun experience. Anything else you guys want to say before we fly?
No, if you
We
had,
love you, and we're so happy to be here.
Yeah.
The three of us.
Yes.
For the first time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to say that. I'm
that is so
excited.
true. Yes, this is our inaugural in-person podcast ever, and
Yes.
that's crazy. And yes, I'm so excited. Love you guys. And if you didn't see Superman, go see it.
Yeah, go see it. Go support
You
it.
have to
It's such
see
a good
it.
movie.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right.